teams in the nation set to square off and see who has the upper hand, at least for the moment. A top 10 in-conference showdown awaits. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cowboys will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will be first on the attack. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, or Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
They're going to ride this running back, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Using his feet to buy time. Fires on the move. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Oklahoma State's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Finds his tight end. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Anderson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, to give, looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Caught over the middle. It's Briggs. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Did he call bank on that one? Off the left upright and good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Safe completion on the screen. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowpokes. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Anderson wants to throw. Setting up the screen. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to throw on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Huskers have pushed it inside the 20. Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Here's a heat. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll get rid of it. Got a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Cowboys will call on their punt team. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cornhuskers are flying down the field. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll run it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Quick handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Anderson wants to throw. With the catch, it's Briggs. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Stillwater. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Anderson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. This time it's complete. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw again. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires to the tight end. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They say pressure bust pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
He unleashes a long one. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husker! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they light up the scoreboard, covering 65 yards on that touchdown pass. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Street. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Anderson wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Fires left. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. We'll start this 4th quarter as they line up for the field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Right down the boulevard. That'll close the gap to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Durham. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It is deafening in here. The panel people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowboys. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Huskers will punt this one away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
They'll try the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And you can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Handoff from the gun. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Finds his big tight end. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Anderson will throw. Finds his target down the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Cowboys are facing 3rd and inches. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off play action. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Anderson wants to throw. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that incompletion really tells the story of this football game. If you don't score touchdowns, it's really hard to win games. They haven't found themselves in the end zone at all in this game. Throwing it, running it, they have been completely dominated.
Blasted as he lets it go. Can make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got the 1st down, looking for more. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
The Cornhuskers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the back. Inside the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Huskers are in the red zone. Right back to the well. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
If they get this one to the finish line behind this powerful running game, landmark moment, guys, to win a top 10 showdown this early in the season.
Yeah, and just proving why I'm the higher-ranked team, right? Like proving my ranking, building my case throughout the season. This is a great one to put on the ledger. This will be one that the playoff committee will be looking on down the road. A big top 10 win early in the season.
David, I think they're also serving notice to the rest of the teams on their schedule. I mean, they're watching this game right now early in the year, and they're saying, man, these dudes run the football. We better buckle up when we play these guys.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.